Hey guys, it's Gus. And are you hurting for Astral Diamonds right now? Well, of course you are. Everybody in Module 28 is hurting for Astral Diamonds. This module was especially brutal on characters who were maxed out, who wanted to stay maxed out, so they upgraded all their enchantments to Celestial. And the opposing force to that is this module really did not introduce a way to get any of those Astral Diamonds you spent back. So people are hurting for AD right now. Well, the good news is the biggest event in Neverwinter is right around the corner. It's right about in 60 days. The calendar doesn't show it, but last year it came on July 27th. And when you go to the calendar right now, the last event on the calendar is July 18th. So it might actually show up next week or the week after on the calendar. Assuming it comes back this year, but it will be back. So the summer festival isn't just big. When I'm talking big, I'm not talking 10 million AD. I'm not talking 100 million AD. I'm talking anywhere between 500 million AD and a billion astral diamonds. And I'm not exaggerating when I say you can make that many astral diamonds from this event. It's that big. But you cannot do this with one character. It doesn't matter how strong your character is. Your strength in the game has no effect whatsoever on how many pinatas you're going to get. What matters is the volume of characters you have. Because what's going to happen is every one of your characters is going to be crafting fire blossom petals. And you can't craft them right now. If we go to the workshop to type in fire blossom, nothing shows up. But they show up during the 3 week event and they continue through the last minute vendors. So you really have 4 weeks to be crafting these. And you take these fire blossom petals and you buy pinatas. And you open. I still got a ton of pinatas. So you summon the pinata and you attack it. And every time you attack it, it's going to drop three things of value. So right here, it dropped a three watermelon sorbets. It dropped a small firework, which has almost no value. You just sell it for copper. And then it dropped an alexandrite, which you're going to sell for gold most likely, unless you're one of those people who upgrade enchantments and flip on the auction house, which is a good tactic actually. But this event, when you open these pinatas, you're going to average almost 1.9 insignia dust per per pinata. And that's kind of a big deal because just the lowest, these ones are 2 insignia and they sell for 1,000 AD. Actually, they're usually around 1,250. But you're gonna get 1,000 AD worth of insignia every five of them you open. You're also gonna get preservation wards. You're gonna get sorbets. You're gonna get portable altars. You're gonna get RP. You're gonna get gold. It's unbelievable. And just to highlight this, I did a stream earlier today where I opened these for 94 minutes and I made 2.2 million AD. So in an hour and a half, I made 2.2 million astral diamonds. And that's on PS4 prices. They could be different on Xbox and PC. But on our current prices on PS4, I mean, 2.2 million is a lot of AD in an hour and a half. You're going to make way more than that doing the double profession event. But again, that's kind of bottleneck to be available to just a small portion of Neverwinter. The summer festival is open to everybody. And there's a reason why I'm putting it out today and not when it shows up on the calendar. You have about 60 days to get ready for this event. And in order to get ready for this event, you have to have an army of people crafting fire blossom petals. So if you go to the Zen market, the only thing I've ever recommended if you're going to ever spend any mana in this game is to buy character slots. You could wait until the Jubilee when we know they'll probably be on 30% off, but I don't recommend waiting because if you want to be prepared and you only have one character and you wait a month, you just lost a month of prep work. And it takes a long time to develop your all army because just to get them to level 5 takes about an hour. For the purposes of this video, I believe you need to get them to level 13 though. So it's probably going to take you around 2 hours per character to get them ready for this event. I don't recall what it takes to get the Sending Stone. I do know it's Professions level 13. I believe your character needs to be level 13, but it might be 11. It's been ages since I made my alt army. But what you want to do is get as many characters you can as you can, and then level them up. And then you want to get your workshop and make your workshop. And you know your workshop is ready when you have got this item right here, the workshop sending stone. Because what this does is it allows you to collect from your workshop box without traveling to your workshop. People go, that doesn't take very much time. Well, it does, because I believe you can get up to 54 characters if you go to the Zen Market right now and buy character unlocks. And if you have 54 characters that all have to travel back to the workshops and then travel back to the quest giver, you will lose all the time. You won't have enough time to do it. If you want to take advantage of this event, you have to get the workshop sending stone. So my recommendation is if you need a half a billion AD and you want to make that during the summer festival, get your alt army as big as you can right now. Start leveling them up right now. Get the workshop started. Get the workshop built to level 13. The workshop's easy. It takes about 4 days to get to level 13. You can do it in an hour. It's just going to cost you AD. But if you want to do it for completely free, not spending any astral diamonds, in 4 to 5 days, it takes about that long. So get your alt army developed. Get your workshop sending stone by getting your one profession up to level 13. And then in the meantime, check your artisans every day, because the artisans you have are going to determine the outcome of this event. Because some artisans are really phenomenally good. Let's see, garbage disappointment. So I'm going to give you this. This you can get with your level 2 workshop. She is utterly amazing. And what she does is she has Miracle Worker, which means you have a 20% chance of her immediately completing the task. I believe the petals take an hour to craft. So if her special skill activates, you just saved an hour time. And regardless, her time is improved by 125%. So I think if memory is right, I might be getting it mixed up with Gone. It takes it from an hour to like 12 minutes. So every 12 minutes she'll be making you 5 petals. You can't beat it. And there's a lot of other ones. You might get this one when you make your workshop. This guy's really common. Look at 75% speed time, and he negates the commission cost. The commission cost is really not a thing for this event because it's like 10 copper. You're going to get more than that from the potions you get from the pinatas, so it's not a big deal. But you need these artisans, because if all your artisans are like minus, minus, where's the speed multiplier? I'm trying to find one that slows down your time. Like this guy would take it from an hour to like 2 hours. And you don't want to spend 2 hours because you want these crafting petals as fast as you can. And what's going to happen, I'll give you an example for me. When I go through my first character and collect from the workshop and go all the way down the list, by the time I get to my 60th character and go back to the beginning, my first character's box is like already halfway full. So I'm just collecting petals nonstop all day long. And at the end of the event, I turn them all in and get pinatas. The problem with pinatas is they take forever to open. It's the big downside. That's why I call it a nerf, because time is our biggest asset. And what's going on with these pinatas is when you open a pinata, you have to wait 10 seconds before you could open another one. And it was in previous years, you could just open them, spam open them as fast as you could and get all the stuff. I think I did all my characters and all the pinatas in like 3 days. Now, if you open, 400, it's going to take you an hour and a half. So they really hurt us that way. And they also nerfed the drop rates. Instead of dropping, six consumables, we only get three consumables now. But the positive side is we get preservation wards and we get insignia powder. And at least on PlayStation 4, insignia powder has a ton of value. Most mythics are costing at least 1 million. The good ones cost more. So these are the initiatives, the prosperities, masteries. Those are the ones nobody really wants. Courage. Well, that's good. Now we're getting to the skills. Now we're getting up to the million AD price range. And the good ones, like the really good ones, like rhythm and dominance, 1.1, 1.3 mil. And the thing is, you can get enough insignia to make one of these in like 3 to 4 hours just from opening pinatas. So you can take all that insignia powder and level up a legendary to mythic and then sell it for 1 million AD. If you don't believe me, watch the video I made today. I got 880 powder in 94 minutes. Uh, I can't underestimate how big of an event this is. There is a lot of assumptions. One of the assumptions is we're going to have the event coming back. Another assumption is they're not going to change it. They could lower the drop rates even more. Another assumption is not everybody's going to do it. If everybody does it, then obviously nothing sells for anything because the market will be oversaturated. For example, during the event, you can get consumables. You can go during the event. You can get what do they call? Yeah, squash soup. Squash soup. You could. They were under 100K during the event. Now, well, they've gone down to 265. Where first 2 weeks of this mod, these were over 300K because the demand was so high. I imagine the price is going to get lower all the way up because the Jubilee is going to start dropping these, and then the summer festival. So the prices go up throughout the year. But if every single person in Neverwinter was farming the summer festival, nobody would ever buy squash soup or nobody would ever buy sorbet or buy caprice because everybody would have more than they would ever need throughout the whole year. So it would never sell. But what we know is not everybody likes farming it because farming sucks, especially when you're not killing anything. So this stuff, every single year of Neverwinter, has always gone up throughout the year. I'm not saying it will again, but the assumption is the trend will continue. That's continued over the last decade. Uh, so, if you want to make hundreds of millions of AD, anybody can do this. You gotta get the characters to do it. So if you don't have any Zen now and you have a backlog, you gotta wait till that Zen comes in, or you gotta spend some cash. And I know some people shit on the game and say you shouldn't throw any money at it. And I'll be honest, I probably should put more money in this game, considering how much I haven't put into it and how much time I've played it. But that's neither here or there. If you want to get big AD, you want to get that all army. And the thing is, that all army is going to pay for itself for your entire Neverwinter career. I just did a video, what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, where I got 81 coalescent modes from invoking. Yeah, I mean, just from invoking, they're going to pay for themselves. This event is just going to give you a ton of AD. And you don't need AD to have fun in Neverwinter. AD lets you do stuff that you normally couldn't do. Like if you want to make a brand new character, that can do endgame content in 10 minutes, yeah, just get 50 million AD. Buy all the campaign buyouts. Buy all the gear for it. And then take your cleric and go get high damage and to be the pain giver in Master Infernal Citadel, right? That's the silly stuff I spend my AD on. But you can't have enough AD in this game because you always have guildies that could use the help. You always have friends that are coming back who could use the help. There's always something in this game you haven't tried yet, and if you want to try, you got to spend AD to try it. Uh, some people would say 200 million AD is too much, and I'll tell you, you can blow 200 million AD in 2 weeks in this game if you really wanted to. Uh, Please comment if you have any other insights on the summer festival. Stay class, Neverwinter. See you soon.